Hey, well, welcome to live streaming, smart arrows, and all that kind of stuff. And here we are. First off, don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice, and if you would, like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so here we've gone back in time to pre market this morning. And down here we had our first buy signal of the day. We're going to do a quick recap of today and some of the wonderful things about what happened today. It was just extremely rough day for Grandpa's arrows in Grandpa's opinion. Rough day to make money in all reality for anyone. Although Tesla did test in end up in the green, and that 2 o'clock Fed minute deal turned out to be kind of a nothing burger in Grandpa's opinion, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't real great, but it did maybe affect it us going up some. So we start out down here. We have a green arrow, and everything's looking wonderful. And we get the open, and we have a huge indecision candle, just huge. And on an indecision candle, it has the ability to take and give a reverse signal if the arrow decides. And I will tell you, for a little bit, I don't know how long, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever it was, it gave a sell arrow here, right here, where I got my white mouse. It gave a sell arrow there for a while. Even though this candle here, if this candle was green and engulfed into it, and then the red came, that would be a beautiful sell, but it wasn't. But on an indecision sometimes, and this thing is huge, it's a good size indecision if you want to see one. It gave a signal for a little bit, and it took it away, and sure enough, the real direction kept going up much higher. So the arrows knew what they were doing, but it wasn't conducive to making good money. Even if you got in down here and got out on this red candle here, this red candle is so big, almost $4, that you probably got out in the middle of it. So even if you got in back down here, you probably didn't make more than $1.50 if you were lucky. And this run going down, by the time you could get into this candle, you were getting out here, so maybe you picked up 50 cents. So I'm just telling you, this today was not what you want for making money. Usually in the beginning of the day you get a misdirection, sometimes more often than not, and then you get going in the right direction, and you can take your $5 to $7, $10 run. Okay, and that's what I like about these arrows, because they keep you in the play. And I'm going to show you more of that as we go through this day here. And then we had the exciting part. We had the golden cross right here. And I was telling everybody how this would give us at least $2.50. Well, it gave us $3.30. So, and we could see it coming, that it was looking like it was going to hit. So you'd want to stay in the game. That's why I really didn't like that when I seen that white candle for a little bit. I thought, what the world are these arrows doing? But it took it away in their defense, and this came right here, and that came right there, and that was the high at that point. So if you see that and can get your $3 or $2.75, it'll go up to $10 sometimes, but at a minimum, I always see at least 250. And here you could have got 330. Well, if you took $3 there, at least you did better than the rest of America and better than Grandpa. So we come over here, and we literally we went 5 arrows, never even got a buy signal or a sell signal on this here. Wouldn't give us one. And then it gives us a buy signal because it's not done doing its thing, going up. Then it gives us this thing. And so, did you make a little bit on that one? Probably 50 cents, 75 cents maybe on that trade. And here we're going down and we're going up, and it's so close. Grandpa don't like trading that stuff, okay? But we move along here, and I will say, it kept us in it through these 2 indecision candles and a green candle. It kept us going down so that we didn't. Otherwise, you would have went short there and got beat out of it right here. Then you would have never made a penny. You would have probably lost. And a lot of people did go out there, I'll guarantee it. On these 3 candles, a lot of people jumped ship. But if you're watching these arrows, you hung in there until here, which would have put you in there, and you would have got this run, and which would have picked you up a couple bucks or so. Just saying. So now we're up. Now let's see it. Grandpa's moving along through time, through the day, quickly here. Now here, we have the big green candle, and the next candle is not green, but it's so close to green because it's indecision. Okay, it's undecided candle. It don't know its own self, and so this thing gave kind of like what you seen back at the beginning of the day. It gives a white sell arrow, okay, and but this time it left it. It didn't take it. So on an indecision that's engulfed into it, it can give you a sell signal. That's obvious. And here again, you have the sideways movement, moving sideways. I can guarantee in the 1 and 2 minute chart, there's green candles, probably 4 or 5 of them, that are going to fake people out. And but the arrows kept you in it down to here, so you had potential to pick up a buck going down if that was what you were doing. And then, of course, here we don't have the red candle to engulf into this candle. This thing is got a mind of its own for hiking ASHI, I can tell you that. So we have an indecision green candle engulfed into it, and the next candle gives you a buy signal, and obviously it was a smart signal. Why? Because these are smart arrows, and they know what to do, obviously. And then here again, we have a couple of sideways indecision candles that would totally mess you up with red arrows going down to get you out, to stop out of this trade going up. And of course it went up into the close, and we're after hours, and they're going to have a lot of fun overnight. I haven't done enough. We'll get church tonight, and I haven't done enough research yet to tell you even where I think it's going to open, but I will I might come back after church if I get a chance. I did get a nap. Grandma went up to some bank, and they were giving away hot dogs and cake. So she brought Grandpa home hot dogs and cake, and boy, it's just like taking a sleeping pill. So we're virtually moving straight sideways after hours here. We have the 50 and 200 sailing along. Are they going to drag it back down so that we can get another Golden Cross tomorrow morning? I hope so. But in my opinion, it was exciting. It was fun, but the last 4 or 5 days, after the last 4 or 5 days of up and down $7 to $10 to $12 right out of the chute, was kind of a letdown in Grandpa's opinion as far as being conducive to making money for sure. Oh, hey, I got my chat going. Let me look at that. Wonder if I got any messages. I don't think so. Not that I know of. Something says excellent. Who knows? Grandpa don't know how to run this stuff too good. I shouldn't even run it. I don't know if I'm getting a message or not getting a message, hardly. So anyway, that's all I know about that, and maybe we'll do a recap. Maybe I'll do another one, short one later on after church tonight, and but I will be back at 9:15 a.m. That's the main thing, until 11:15, and then the problem is Grandpa has to stick with you till you get a arrow to get you out of a position if you're in a position based on the arrows. So, but that was a rough circumstance today. That big $4 red arrow that came down, that just wrecked a lot of people's that were long. It took their profit away. It was just nasty. But that's the game. She's a rough game, and we had it today. But we did have our Golden Cross, and we will have death crosses, and they're I see they happen so often in this 5-minute chart, and every single time it's $2.50 up to $10-12. So that's fun to see. Grandma don't have a phone. She's on her way out that door. She's going to the lake. I don't know if she's going to drive or walk, one or the other. Okay, so we'll get off here. I think Grandpa's had enough for today. I think I'll probably just come back at 9:15 a.m. tomorrow, and we'll hope for some excitement tomorrow. And watch these arrows. They're good. The arrows are good. But you always keep in mind that you're, no matter what system, what you're trying to do, you're playing against a supercomputer, and I almost feel like they were gunning for Grandpa today with my arrows, but I think my arrows did a terrific job. It's just I shouldn't whine and cry. We had several opportunities throughout the day to pick up a $3, $4 runner. Come out with $3 a couple times. That's not a bad day if a guy wanted to go through it. I just don't like going past 11:30 because the sideways movement is just not conducive to making money for the risk, in my opinion. I'd rather just wait till the next day. And our day is coming. That's how I look at it. So it's all good. It's just it's just not a big day for making money. That, in my opinion, some guys probably did excellent on it, but regardless, Tesla's looking strong. Tesla's looking good, um, and that's all I know about that. Okay, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye.